Good morning, sunshines. Now, I know you all having a lovely day today. And I know you're sitting on the edge of your seats. Because guess what we're doing today? We are going to do the Love Story 3 today.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Love Story Part 3.
Part 3.
And we're calling this Making It Official, or It's Official, or
Making it official.
Making It Official. Okay, so let's go back. We're going back, Not for me, I'm going back. For her, it's like right in the front of her mind. But for me, I kind of got to go back in my mind. So we were on the telephone. We were talking, right?
Yeah.
And as we began to talk, I was putting my Mac on her. I was like, no, that's not how it works. But we were talking. I was like, look, I'm not talking to anyone. You're not talking to anyone, So we need to go head on, since we've never had the opportunity to be a couple. Let's be a couple. Let's make this thing official, and let's see how this works out. So you can't see nobody. I can't see nobody. You can't go out with anybody. I can't go out with anybody. Is that cool? Cool. We were like, right.
Right.
So then I said, well, hey, I'm living in California. She was living in Arizona. And as we began to talk, like, well, who would want to live where? Do you want to come to California? Do I want to go to Arizona?
No, I'm not going to
She told me, yeah, see how I can even get the words out? She's like, before I could even get the words out, she said, no, she's not moving to California. And I was like, oh, well, what's in Arizona? I'm working out here. She goes, look, you can work for me. I was like, really now? I can work for you?
You could be my assistant.
She said, yeah.
Yeah, I can hire you as my assistant, no problem.
That's what she said, yeah. She could hire me as her assistant. I'm like, okay, I can assist with a few things.
With the ballots, you know what I do, right?
Yes, she's a public activist. So I was like, I don't know anything about public activism, but you know what? It sounds pretty good. I'm ready to retire. I had retired from one job, 30 years and 20 days. So I had started a new job that I was just coming up on 1 year. So I was like, yeah, I'm tired of going in doing the, so to speak, the 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. So she said I could work for her. I'm like, well, if you my lady, I'm working for you, where would I stay, And she's like, oh, well.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. I was like, well, okay, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. So what I did is I had her come out to California so she can go to church with me. I'm like, well, let me get a vibe test, and I introduced her to a few of my friends that went to church just to get a little vibe, not their permission, just, So she came out and then she went back to Arizona.
He was seeing if I was a fit. That's what he's trying to say.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Because, although we've known each other for a lot of years, mm-hmm. we were never really a couple. So I had to see, now years and years later, my life and how things have changed, I wanted to see if we could be compatible. So we got together. She came out. I introduced her. This is my friend or my girl.
Girl.
It was my girl because over the phone we made it official. So in order to make it official, she had to come to California and give me a kiss, and then it could be official. So that's what she did. She hopped in a ride, drove to California from Arizona, and it's like 4 hours or 5 hours to San Diego.
4.5.
4.5 hours.
From Phoenix.
Yeah, she went from Phoenix to San Diego. So she came out, we made it official, went to church, I was feeling all warm and fuzzy, and then after a couple days, we went to church twice. We went Sunday, and we went to Bible study on Wednesday. And then after she left, then I was kind of missing her a little bit. Just a little bit, I was like, she was only around for 4 days, but it felt like, wait a minute. That wasn't enough time. I was just getting to know her. I hadn't seen her in a while.
It was a void.
It was a void in my life. Man needs a wife. So, but right now we just made it official. You're my lady. I'm your man. And that was essentially it. So I'm like, let me know if I'm skipping something, baby.
No, you're doing fine.
I'm like, well, she hasn't met my mom.
It's fine.
I said, yeah. She hasn't met my mom, so I think she needs to meet my mother, in order to make it official. Now, I think I was like, hey, you need to meet my mom,
Oh.
So I'm like, if we're going to make this thing official, you need to meet my mom. By that time, I started, being as we're adults, I wasn't just trying to have her as my girlfriend. I wanted her to be my wife. So we went from like 0 to engagement.
Yes, like literally in what? 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So I was like, we ain't gonna play with this thing. I already had a whole bunch of girlfriends, and I don't need no more girlfriends. I need a wife. Okay, so that was basically it. So I'm like, but I can't really ask her to marry me if she's never met my wife. So I'm like,
Your mom?
oh, my mom, yeah.
It's okay,
I can't ask her to marry me if she never met my mother. So I'm like, well, I know this is crazy, but I'm in San Diego. My mother's in another city in California. You're going to have to drive and meet my mother. And I thought she would be like, nah, it's too much. She's like, okay, no problem. I was like, whoa. She said, no problem. So she
rented a car. Yeah.
And drove I gave her the address to my mom. She drove out there.
First time meeting your mom, too.
First time meeting my mother.
33 years. I never met your mother before.
And she's talked to my mother over the phone. She just said hi. My mom said, who is that?
Yeah,
I go, oh, somebody named Sandy. Mom's like, cool. I done met, that's another one. All right, cool.
Another one?
Yeah, like
100?
No, 100, 99. No, just kidding. But
Picky.
But, all right, that's a whole nother session. But anyway, so my mom.
You gotta chew your salad right.
Right. What the world? Chew my salad. I don't know what that means. Y'all gonna have to. You gonna have to let me know what chewing the salad.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just having fun right now. And it's just like, how when you go on a date, guys, because we're going to take this to another level, and you meet somebody for the first time, you can go on a date. Somebody could be there, and you guys be eating dinner, and they could do just anything wrong. It could be just like,
oh yeah, I was like that,
or the way they eat or chew, smack. You know how it is when it comes to dating. For the first time too, and it's like that's how you probably was. That's why 99 girls in 10 years. Oh, I'm sorry. I did really blow him out like that. But it's true. And so, yeah, that's what I was talking about. So, yeah, he probably picked through a lot of girls, huh?
maybe one or two. One or two. But I guess you're right. And now that I do remember what she means by chew your salad right, it's because I was kind of like Eddie Murphy and Boomerang. Like, okay, if I saw corns on toes, I'm like, oh, I can't marry her. If she could eat more than I did, oh, I can't marry her. She's gonna get big. I had a list of a whole bunch of things, and yes, I was like that. Very, is it superficial or?
You was just picky.
I was picky. Yeah, so
you want the right fit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was picky. So although I meet people, they were nice. I'd be their friend. We'd go out, but then like one or two things, and then I'd be like, hey, I'd be like, oh, did I lose your number? Did I forget to call you? Oh, yeah. So yeah, that happened a few times. So, but with her, we were friends even for so many years that we would always talk on the phone about different stages in our life. And like we said before in the other sessions of the love story, I get mad at her. We talk on the phone. She say something I didn't like. I didn't call her back in like a year,
This is true.
And so, that was how it is. That's how it was. But
so it was a shocker me going to his mom's. I was like, I kind of in a way felt like, oh, I'm meeting mom. Like I had a little instinct within inside me that he was trying to make it official. Because I discerned. He didn't know I was a discerner.
Yeah, I was having to meet moms because I was going to propose to her. So I wanted moms, if mom got any feelers or something like, nah, this girl crazy. Nah, you just need to, if she'd gave me the eye like, then I would have been like, hey, Sandy's cool. Thank you for coming. You're so sweet. And then that would have been it. We'd have still been friends, but it would have been it. But she played a game on my mom. She was acting all sweet.
Me and her got along just
taking
fine.
my mom to the mall and
Out to eat.
out to eat.
We just had a great time. The first time I met her,
so-
it's like I knew her forever.
Yeah, she buttered my mom.
Thank you.
Just put all the butter and the potatoes and everything on my mom. So when I come in the house, my mother's house, and Sandy was there, they was all like homies. And I'm
Chummy
like,
chummy.
how y'all? I'm like, you was just supposed to meet my mom. Y'all wasn't supposed to hang out. But since I was working and I had to drive, she spent like a half a day with my mother. So she won my mother over. So my mother, before I walked in the door, said, when's the date? And I'm like, I just asked her, you know, to be my girlfriend like 2 weeks ago. And so mother tried to put us on the spot. So I was like, oh, okay. I jumped on one knee and I pulled out the ring. They didn't know I was ready. I was like, bam, well, marry me now. And then she was like, speechless. Yes, that's how you do it, brothers. You make them speechless. They think you ain't ready, but you always be ready. You know what I'm saying? I pulled out the ring. She didn't even know. Pulled it out. She was like, so that's part 3. I would say part 3, making it official.
Making it official.
We'll go into the night before we went to get married. Scorpions. That's all. I want you to remember that because that's like, woo.
That's gonna be part 4.
Yeah, part 4 because there's things that will happen that will try to prevent you from being married. You know
And I told you I have a scripture for you. I remembered in part 2.
Right.
I told them that I had a scripture, and I still have that scripture ready.
Okay.
For part 4.
She has a scripture that's ready, and based upon that, we're gonna leave you right there.
Yes.
So now that we're back, don't know how long we're gonna be home, because you know the things that are going on in the elections, with the COVID, with the pandemic, we're like, they tell us to go, we're like, boom, we're gone, or stay, or do this or do that. So right now things are not really stable. But while we're here, we wanted to give you this love story part 3.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
So yeah, that was good, babe. You know
Thank you,
how
sweetie.
you did that. I really appreciate.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
To the right
Well,
side.
he always does that too, guys.
Look on.
He always say every color I wear too. I must just give him a little. He's like, oh, I love that blue on you. Oh, I love that camel on you. He's just always complimenting. That's good.
I'm trying to put
and I'd be like, oh, you're the best husband ever. Did I tell you you're the best husband ever?
Oh, you weren't being sincere?
In the whole world. You are.
You weren't being sincere?
The whole wide world. I got the best husband in the whole wide
Oh,
world.
we're going to have to talk after this. Because I'm feeling like she been stroking my ego and ain't been telling me the truth. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was running game. She running game. No, but thank you guys.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned for part 4 of the love story. I don't know what we call that. Scorpions.
Yes.
All right. Have a blessed day. Thank
So
you.
now,
Yes.
people,
Oh, yes. If you're out there and you're not a subscriber, I always say, what are you waiting for? We would love for you to subscribe to our channel, to like or give us a thumbs up. Also, we would love you to share our videos on your social media. And don't forget, hit the bell. That way you'll be notified of our next video or Love Story Part 4. Don't know how soon or how or when that's going to take place, but hopefully soon. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.